गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ। ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय ॐ नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतोत इषवे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुदते नमः यात इषुशिवतमा शिवं बभूव ते धनुः शिवा शरद्या यातवतया नो रुद्रमृडया या ते रुद्रशिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी तया नस्तनुभाषन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिचाकशीः यामिषुं गिरिशन्तहस्तेभिभर्ष्यस्तवे शिवां गिरित्रतां कुर्मादिगुंसीः पुरुषं जगत् शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छावधामसि यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मगुं सुमना असत् अद्य वोचनदिभक्ता प्रथमो दैव्योऽभिषक् अहेगृह्य सर्वान् जम्बयन् सर्वाश्च यातु भार्यः असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुण उत बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः ये चेमागुं रुद्रा अवितो दिक्षुश्रिताः सहस्रशो वैशागुं हेडगीमहे असौ यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः उतैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुदहार्यः उतैनं विश्वा भूतानि सदृष्टो मृडयातिनः नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मेढुषे अथो ये अस्य सत्त्वानो हन्तेभ्यो करन्नमः प्रमुञ्च धन्वनस्त्वमुपयोराग्नियोर्जाम् याश्च ते हस्त इषवः पराता भगवो वपा अवतत्यदनुस्वगुं सहस्राक्षशते शुधे निशील्य शल्यानां मुकाशिवो नः सुमना भव विजन्धनुः कपर्दिनो विशल्यो बाणवागुम् उत अनेशन्नस्येषव आभुरस्यैषं गतिः या ते हेतिर्मे दुष्टमहस्ते बभूव ते दनुः तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुज नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधायानातथाय दृष्टवे उभाभ्यामुत ते नमो बाहुभ्याम् तव धन्वने परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् वृणक्तु विश्वतः अथो य इषुरिस्तवारे अस्मन्निदेहितम् नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्रयम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ श्रीभास्कराय विद्महे साईदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सूर्यः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ प्रेमात्मनाय विद्महे हिरण्यगर्भाय धीमहि तन्नः सत्यः प्रचोदयात्।
Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Ek Onkar Satnam Karta Murख निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी से भंग गुरु प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक हो से भी सच एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पूरक निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूरत आजूनी से भंग गुरु प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक हो से भी सच एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पूरक निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूरत आजूनी से भंग गुरु प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक हो से भी सच नमो तस् भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्स नमो तस् भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्स नमो तस् भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्स बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि धर्मं शरणं गच्छामि संघं शरणं गच्छामि द्वितीयंपि बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि तृतीयंपि धर्मं शरणं गच्छामि तृतीयंपि संघं शरणं गच्छामि तृतीयंपि बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि तृतीयंपि धर्मं शरणं गच्छामि तृतीयंपि संघं शरणं गच्छामि पाणातिपाता वरमणि सिकापदं समादयामि आदिनादाना वरमणि सिकापदं समादयामि कामेषु मिचाचार वरमणि सिकापदं समादयामि मूसावादा वरमणि सिकापदं समादयामि सूरा मेरा मजपम दत्ताना वरमणि सिकापदं समादयामि साधु 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 ॐ नमो हरियन्ताणम् ॐ नमो सिद्धाणम् ॐ नमो यरियाणम् ॐ नमो वज्रायाणम् नमो लोये सवसाहूनम् येसो पञ्चनमोकारो सर्वपावपनाशनो मङ्गलानं च सर्वेषु परमं भवे मङ्गलम् ॐ नमो हरियन्तारणम्
सिद्धि ప్రేమస్వరూపిణి జననీ మా శరణ నమోస్తుతే సాయి మా శరణ నమోస్తుతే సాయి మా ప్రేమస్వరూపిణి జననీ మా జగదంబే కృపాకరే సాయి జగదంబే కృపాకరే సాయి మా కరుణామయి జనని సాయి మా కరుణామయి జనని సాయి మా త్రిభువన పాలిని సాయి మా త్రిభువన పాలిని సాయి మా శరణ నమోస్తుతే సాయి మా శరణ నమోస్తుతే సాయి మా ప్రేమ స్వరూపిణి జననీ మా
ప్రేమ స్వరూపులారా,
embodiments of love,
విద్యార్థులారా,
students,
విద్యార్థినీయులారా,
boys and girls.
మీరు తెలుసుకోవాల్సినటువంటిది ఏకత్వమైనటువంటి ఒక దివ్యత్వాన్ని.
What you are supposed to know is this: the point oneness, the unity, divinity.
ఆ ఒకదానిని మీరు కలుసుకుంటే అన్నీ చూసిన వారు అవుతారు.
If you know this fundamental one divinity, you will be knowing rest.
ప్రాపంచికంగా భిన్నంగా కనిపించినప్పటికీ
This world may be dual,
కానీ దివ్యమైనటువంటి దాంట్లో ఏకత్వంగానే ఉన్నది.
but in the spiritual sense, it is only one that exists.
ఎక్కడ చూసినా జగత్తు లోపల ప్రతిబింబములే మనకు కనిపిస్తున్నాయి కానీ
Everywhere we find reflections.
అందరూ ప్రతిబింబ స్వరూపులే.
All are reflections.
ఈ ప్రతిబింబాలు తండ్రిగా భావించుకుంటున్నారు.
You consider the reflections as reality.
అది ఏనాడు నీవు వదులుతువో అప్పుడే నీకు నీ యొక్క బింబం నీకు పూర్తిగా కనిపిస్తుంది.
The moment you understand the reality of the reflection, you will know the truth of oneness.
ఒక చిన్న ఉదాహరణ తీసుకోండి.
A small example.
ఒక అద్దం తీసుకొని నీ ముఖాన్ని నీవు చూసుకో.
Watch your own face in front of the mirror.
అయ్యో ఇది నా ముఖమేనే అంటున్నావు.
Then is this my face? A question may come.
అయితే నీవెవరు?
Then who are you?
ఇది నీ ముఖమే అయినప్పుడు ఆ ముఖంలో ఉన్నటువంటి వారు కొత్త వారు కాదే.
When you say that's your face, the one there is not
రెండు
separate.
ఒకటే.
Both are one actually.
ఇట్టి ఏకత్వమును భిన్నత్వంగా భావించి పొరపడుతుండేది నీవే.
In fact, this oneness is mistaken. It's because of your own mistake in thought.
కనుక మన తత్వాన్ని మనము గుర్తించుకోలేకపోతున్నాము.
We are not able to know our true nature.
నీవెవరు?
Who are you?
నీవే తాను.
In fact, you are.
తానే నీవు.
In fact, you are.
నీవు తాను రెండు చేరితే ఒక్కటైపోయింది.
You and he are one.
కనుక ఇట్టి ఏకత్వాన్ని మనము భిన్నత్వంగా భావించుకొని మనమే పొరపడిపోతున్నాము.
Therefore, we are mistaken considering this unity as
ప్రతి విషయం నందు
multiplicity.
కూడాను ఇట్టి రిఫ్లెక్షన్ రియాక్షన్ రీసౌండ్లోనే
In
చెడిపోతున్నాము.
every matter, you come across this reaction, reflection and resound.
కనుక మనం ఈ రిఫ్లెక్షన్ రియాక్షన్ రీసౌండ్కు చోటే ఇవ్వకూడదు.
So, we should never give scope for these three: reaction, reflection, resound.
ఒక అడవికి పశువులు తోలుకొని పోయాడు ఒక కొడుకు.
A person is taking cows along with him to a nearby forest.
కానీ ఆ ఒక కూర్చుని ఒక చిన్న వీణ వచ్చి అది ఫ్లూట్కు పెట్టుకొని పాట పాడుతున్నాడు.
Well, he went on playing on a flute there.
ఆ పాట పాడుతున్నంతసేపు తాను తిరిగి ఎవరో పాట పాడుతున్నారు నాకు విరోధంగా అని తాను భావించాడు.
As he went on playing on the flute, he could listen to the voice And he thought that is someone else's voice.
వాడిపైన కోపం వచ్చింది.
He was so angry with the other person.
పశువులు తోలుకున్నాడు, ఇంటికి వెళ్ళాడు.
He just brought them home, all the cows.
అమ్మా, నేను రేపటి దినం నేను పశువులు తీసుకుని పోను.
He said, Mother, I'm not going to rear cows tomorrow.
నేను ఏది చెప్తే వాడు అదే చెప్తున్నాడు.
I come across a person who's responding.
నాకు ఎవరో ఒక అడవి లోపల ఒక పెద్ద దేశి ఉన్నాడు.
There is a person there in the forest.
ఏ పాట పాడితే అదే పాటే పాడుతున్నాడు.
Whatever I sing, he sings back.
కాబట్టి నన్ను అవమానం చేస్తున్నాడు.
I'm insulted.
అప్పుడు ఆమె చెప్పింది, నాయన,
Then she says,
ఇది నీ పొరపాటే,
it's your mistake.
నీవు కాదు, వేరే పలికేది.
In fact, the other one voice is not true.
నీకు నీవే పలుకుతున్నావు.
In fact, it's only your
నీ
voice.
ప్రతిధ్వనియే నీకు వినిపిస్తున్నది.
It's just your own resound.
నీ పాటనే వాడు పాడటం కాదు.
It's not any person singing the same song as you.
అయితే రేపటి దినం రా అన్నాడు.
And he wanted his mother to follow him on the following day.
తెల్లవారితప్పటికే తల్లిని తీసుకున్నాడు.
Next morning,
నిన్న పోయినటువంటి కొండల చాటుకు తాను పోయాడు.
accompanied by his mother, he went to the same forest.
ఒక పాట పాడాడు.
And then he started playing on the instrument.
అక్కడి నుంచి కూడా ఒక పాట వచ్చింది.
And also voice
చూడమ్మా,
came.
చూడు, ఎవరో నన్ను గేలి చేసినట్టుగా నాకు విరుద్ధంగా పాట పాడుతున్నాడు.
Then he points to his mother and says, someone is heckling at me, making fun of
ఇప్పుడు
me.
ఆ కుమారుడు దగ్గర తీసుకొని,
And then mother called him
నాయన,
close.
ఇది నీ ప్రతిబింబమే కానీ నీ సౌండే కానీ బయటవాడు కాదు.
And the mother tells him, look here, my dear son, that's all your reaction, reflection, resound. That's just echo, nothing else.
ఎక్కడ పోయినప్పటికీ మన సౌండ్ మనకే కనిపిస్తుంటుంది.
Wherever you go, you certainly know your resound.
బయట వారు ఎవ్వరూ నీకు పోటీ చేయరు
There's no person alien to you, different from you.
అని చెప్పి కుమారుని బుజ్జగించి ఇంటికి తెచ్చింది.
So saying, she brought her son home.
అటువంటి ప్రతిబింబాలను చూసి మనం ఇప్పుడు చాలా ప్రబోధం చేసి కొంచెం పోరాడుతున్నాము.
We are mistaken likewise, identifying ourselves with the reflections.
మీరు దైవాన్ని చూడాలనుకుంటే ఒక్కతూరి మీరు దృఢం చేసుకోండి.
Determine completely once to see God.
నా దేహం ఇది నా దేహం అని భావిస్తున్నాను, కానీ ఈ దేహం నాది కాదు.
You have body identification. In fact, you are not the
ఈ
body.
దేహం నీవు కాదు.
You are not the body.
నీకు ఈ భావము భ్రమగా కనిపిస్తుంటుంది.
It is only your own feeling of body identification.
ఈ భ్రమనే నీవు అనుకుంటే ఇంక నీవెక్కడున్నావు?
This is only your illusion, imagination. Where else you exist?
నీ యొక్క ప్రతిబింబాన్ని నీవుగా కనిపించినప్పుడు నీకు ప్రతిబింబం ఇంకెక్కడ ఉంది?
Where is your reflection then?
కనుక పిల్లలందరికీ కూడా చక్కగా చూసుకోవాలి.
Students.
ఎక్కడ చూసేది కూడాను మీ యొక్క ప్రతిబింబములే కానీ వేరు కాదు.
Students should understand this clearly. All over,
మీరు ఇప్పుడు
find your
చూస్తున్నటువంటి
reflections.
సాయిబాబా 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 అనుకుంటున్నారు,
You all say Sai Baba.
కానీ నేను సాయిబాబాని కాదు.
Bhagawan is not Sai Baba.
నేను మీరే, మీరు నేనే.
In fact, Swami is you. You are Bhagawan.
ఈ సత్యాన్ని పూర్తి మీరు గుర్తించండి.
Know this truth clearly.
గుర్తించుకుంటే ఇంక భేదములే మీకు ఉండవు.
Then there will be no differences at all.
నీవే ఒక చెంప కొట్టుకో.
Just slap yourself.
నీవు చెంప కొట్టుకుంటే ఎవరికి దెబ్బ తగిలింది?
Then who is hurt when you slap yourself?
నీకే దెబ్బ తగిలింది.
Yes, you are hurting yourself.
వాడిని ఎవరినో నేను కొట్టాననుకుంటున్నావు.
You think that you are slapped by someone else.
ఎవరినో కాదు, నీవే కొట్టుకున్నావు.
In fact, you are hurting yourself.
కనుక ప్రతి ఒక్కటి కూడా ఒకరిని మనం దూషించావు.
You have accused someone.
కానీ అతన్ని దూషించినట్టుగా నీవు భావిస్తున్నావు.
You considered it so.
వాణ్ణి కాదు నీవు దూషించింది, నీవే దూషించుకున్నావు.
You are criticizing, accusing your own self.
ప్రతి ఒక్కటి కూడాను జరిగే చర్యలన్నీ కూడాను నీవు చేసుకునేటువంటివే కానీ పరులవి కాదు.
All our actions are of our own making. They don't belong to anybody.
మీరందరూ కూడాను పరులుగానే భావిస్తున్నావు.
You consider that someone else or
పరులే లేరు.
there are no other person.
అంతా ఉండేది ఒక్కరే.
Only one that
ఇక్కడ
exists.
మీరందరూ కలిసి ఒకరిని ఎట్లా చెప్పగలరు?
How do you say that you are one when there are so many around?
కనుక ఇవన్నీ కూడాను నీ భావంతో పెట్టుకుంటే అందరూ వేరు వేరైనారు.
It is only because your approach, your outlook that makes you feel
నీవు
diverse.
కొన్ని ఒక 5,000 లడ్డూలు ఇచ్చావు.
and you brought some laddus,
నీవందరికీ పంచిపెట్టేటప్పుడు 5,000 మందికి నేను పంచాను అంటున్నావు.
and you say that you have distributed 5,000 laddus to everybody.
ఆ 5,000 మందికి కూడా నువ్వు పోయి ప్రశ్నించు.
You ask all 5,000 people,
అయ్యా మీరు తిన్నది ఏమిటి?
what have you eaten?
లడ్డు.
You say laddu.
నువ్వు తినేది ఏమిటి? లడ్డు.
What have you eaten? Laddu.
ఎవరిని అడిగినప్పటికీ వాడు లడ్డు అనే చెప్తున్నాడు, కానీ నాది వేరు నీది వేరు అని చెప్పడం లేదు.
You ask everybody, they'll say I have eaten laddu. They don't say that I have eaten.
అదే విధంగా ప్రతి వ్యక్తి ఎందుకును నీ ఆత్మతత్వమే నీకు ప్రతిబింబిస్తుండాలి.
Therefore your own true self is appearing as reflection.
కనుక నీ యొక్క తత్వాన్ని నీవు గుర్తించుకొని పో.
So know your true nature, your true identity.
ప్రేమతత్వము ఒక్కటే.
Love is one.
ప్రేమ ఒక్కటే.
Love is only one.
బిడ్డ పైన చూపు, తల్లి పైన చూపు, భార్య పైన చూపు, భర్త పైన చూపు.
This love may be towards the daughter, the son, the husband and the wife.
కానీ వీళ్ళందరి పైన చూసేది నీ ఒకే ప్రేమనే.
In fact, the same love proceeds in different directions.
బిడ్డ పైన చూసినప్పుడు నా బిడ్డ అని కలుసుకుంటుంది.
Then once you look at your child, you hug her.
ఇతను నా చెల్లెలు అనుకున్నప్పుడు ఆమె చెల్లెలిగా మాట్లాడుతుంది.
And when once you see your sister,
నీ
you'll
భావంలో
converse with
మాత్రము
her.
వ్యత్యాసమే, కానీ వ్యక్తి ఒక్కడే.
In fact, there's only difference in feeling, reaction, but the love is the only one, the fundamental.
కనుక మనము చూడవలసింది ఫండమెంటల్ ట్రూత్ని చూడాలి.
So what we have to see is this fundamental truth.
ఈ ఫండమెంటల్ ట్రూత్ ఒక్కటే.
The fundamental truth is one.
రెండు అనేటువంటివి లేనే లేదు.
Nothing like two or duality.
దివ్యాత్మ స్వరూపులారా,
Embodiments of divine Atma.
ఈ ఆత్మ అనేది ఒక్కటే.
Atma is only one.
రెండు అనేటువంటి ఆత్మలు లేవు.
There are no two selves.
అందరి యందు ఉన్నది ఒక్కటే. ఈ ఒక్కటే అనేటువంటి సత్యాన్ని గుర్తించు.
Know this, only one self.
ఎవరికెవరు భేదములు కూడా ఉండవు.
There will be no differences.
ఎవరికెవరు ద్వేషములు కూడా ఉండవు.
You don't hate anybody.
ఈ ద్వేషములు భేదములు పోవాలనుకుంటే నీవన్నిట్లోనే ఉన్నావు అని భావించు.
Therefore consider that the same self exists in everybody. There will be no differences at all when once you know the self.
కనుక నీ ఏకత్వం అని మాత్రం నువ్వు గుర్తించు.
So recognize this oneness.
అప్పుడే నీ సత్యం నీకు గుర్తింపడానికి వీలవుతుంది.
Then it's possible for you to know and experience the truth.
పిల్లలందరూ కూడాను ఎంతో ప్రేమగా ఉన్నారు.
All children, students are full of love.
కానీ నన్ను ప్రేమించాడు, నన్ను ప్రేమించాడు, నన్ను ప్రేమించాడు బాబా అని మీరు అనుకుంటవచ్చు.
You may think that Bhagawan loves me, Bhagawan loves me.
అందరినీ ప్రేమించేది బాబా ఒక్కడే.
Only one Bhagavan that loves all.
కానీ మీరు వేరు వేరుగా కనిపిస్తున్నారు, కానీ నాకు అందరూ ఒకటే.
The differences apply to you, but all are one to Bhagavan.
కనుక నేనే మీరు, మీరే నేను.
Bhagavan belongs to you. You and Bhagavan are one.
ఈ ఏకత్వాన్ని మీరు దృఢంగా నమ్మండి.
Strengthen this unity.
రెండు అనేటువంటిది ఇక్కడ ఏమాత్రము కనిపించవు.
There is no duality at all.
అప్పుడే మీకు ఏకత్వం అనేది గుర్తించడానికి వీలవుతుంది.
Then only it's possible to experience this.
కొన్ని ఆధారాలు తీసుకున్నప్పుడు మీకు కొంతకాలానికి ఇది మీరు అర్థం చేసుకుంటారు.
When you go by certain evidences, you will be able to understand, comprehend clearly.
కనుక మీరు కొంత ఓపిక పెట్టుకోండి.
Be patient enough.
నాకు కనిపించడం లేదు, నాకు ఏమాత్రము దర్శనం ఇవ్వటం లేదు అని మీకు మీరు నిరాశపడకండి.
Never get frustrated that you are not able to see God, that you are not able to converse with Him.
కనుక ఏకత్వాన్ని నువ్వు గుర్తించుకొని ఆ ఏకత్వాన్ని దృఢంగా వారు పెట్టుకున్నప్పుడే నీకు నీవే సాయిబాబా అవుతావు.
When once you know the principle, oneness of the self as the true reality, then you will know that you are divine.
కనుక నీవు డివైనే, కానీ నీవు వేరే కాదు.
You are basically divine, nothing else.
ఆ డివైన్ అనేటువంటి దాన్ని మీరు డీప్ వైన్గా తీసుకుంటున్నారు.
This divine, you think as if it is deep wine.
కనుక ఈ డీప్ వైన్ వరకు పోకూడదు, డివైన్.
Not the deep wine anyway, it is divine.
ఈ డివైన్ అని పెట్టుకున్నప్పుడు అందరూ డివైన్ స్వరూపులే.
All are embodiments of the divine.
నేను మీరే, మీరు నేనే.
In fact, Bhagavan and you are one.
ఈ విధమైనటువంటి ఏకత్వాన్ని మీరు పెంచుకుంటూ పోండి.
Go on thinking improving this idea of
మీరు
oneness.
నాకంటే మీరు వేరుగా లేరు,
You are not separate from Bhagawan.
నేను మీకంటే వేరుగా లేను.
Bhagawan is not separate from you.
నేను నీవు ఇద్దరు ఒకటే.
In fact, you and I are one.
దీనిని ఏకత్వంగా భావించుకొని పోండి, తప్పక కొన్ని దినాలకు ఇద్దరు ఒకటి అయిపోతారు.
When once you go on strengthening this identification with God, more and more ponder over it, experience, you become one.
అప్పుడే మీకు ఈ భేదం పూర్తి నశించిపోతుంది.
Then the differences will certainly vanish.
ఈ సత్యాన్ని మీరు గుర్తించుకొని వర్తించినప్పుడే మీకు ఏకత్వం కూడా అర్థమవుతుంది.
When once you know this truth, understand the reality, you can experience.
भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, हरि भजन बिना शांति नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, प्रेम भक्ति बिना उद्धार नहीं, गुरु सेवा बिना निर्वाण नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं.
I offer my humble and loving pranams at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Respected elders, brothers and sisters and children, Jai Sai Ram. A very warm welcome to you all this evening to celebrate 10 years today that our Lord took Maha Samadhi. I pray and hope with Swami's grace that you and all your families are well and safe. We have had a packed session this morning with lots of hope and excitement, celebrating human values at the core of every individual, no matter what gender, race, color, or faith. Just humanness. This evening, we have a full program of celebrations to mark this 10-year Advent. So much love and energy continues to thrive in marching forward with the mission that Swami had started. Swami has spent decade after decade reiterating to us the fact that we should be imbibing the brotherhood of man and the fatherhood of God, engaging in thought, word, and deed with love. Swami says, love alone can reveal the divinity latent in all. Love is God. Live in love. Love lives by giving and forgiving. Self lives by getting and forgetting. Love is selflessness. Selfishness is lovelessness. Do not waste your life pursuing the narrow interest of the self. Love, love, become what you truly are, the embodiments of love. Let us offer our gratitude to Bhagawan by dedicating our lives, by practicing his teachings, loving and serving all creation. Please enjoy the program this evening. Jai Sai Ram.
My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagawan. Sai Ram. I'm very pleased you're able to join the 10th anniversary of Aradhana Mahotsavam, celebrating our Swami's life. I would like to thank Narendra Bhai for welcoming us to this event. We had a wonderful session this morning on human values, and I'm sure all of us would have enjoyed that. We now have a fantastic and a very spiritual program planned for this evening, which I'm sure will transport us all to Prashanti and make us seated in front of Swami. First item today will be a musical item from regions 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let's enjoy Sai Ram.
நன்மையும் செல்வமும் நாடும் நல்குமே நன்மையும் செல்வமும் நாடும் நல்குமே தீமையும் பாவமும் சிதைந்து தேயுமே ஜன்மமும் மரணமும் என்று தேருமே ஜன்மமும் மரணமும் என்று தேருமே இமையே ராமா 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 என்று இரண்டெழுத்தினால் நேர்மையும் செல்வமும் நாளும் நல்குமே தீமையும் பாவமும் சிதைந்து தேயுமே ஜென்மமும் மரணமும் இன்று தேருமே இமையே ராமா 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 நாமமே துதி மனமே ராமா நாமமே துதி மனமே ராமா நாமமே துதி மனமே க்ஷேமமுரவே நீதினமே சீதாராம
मन मंदिर में आओ साई,
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 साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ,
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ,
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ,
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ,
सदा निरंतर भजो साई राम,
सदा निरंतर भज साई राम,
सदा निरंतर भजो साई राम,
निरंतर भज साई राम,
गिरिधर नागर नथ वर्षा,
गिरिधर नागर नट वर्षा,
गिरिधर नागर नथ वर्षा,
गिरिधर नागर नट वर्षा,
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ,
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ,
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ,
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ,
मन मंदिर में आओ साई,
मन मंदिर में आओ साई,
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ,
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ,
सदा निरंतर भजो साई
सदा
राम,
निरंतर भज साई राम,
गिरिधर नागर नथ वर्षा,
गिरिधर नागर नट वर्षा,
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ,
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ,
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ,
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ,
मन मंदिर में आओ साई।
Sai Ram, I'm sure we all had a relaxing and enjoyable time listening to the musical program. We are now in for a very blissful treat. We are very blessed indeed to have Mrs. Kuppam Vijay Kumari Hemchand, fondly addressed as Vijayma, as our guest speaker today. I'm sure all of us heard of the Kuppam family that has been associated with Swami since 1945. That is, since when Swami was just 19 years old. Every member of the 4 generations of the Kuppam family has been devoted to Swami, and this rich lineage as a treasure trove of divine experiences. Mr. Radha Krishna Chetty, Vijayama's father, was resurrected from death by our beloved Bhagawan. Vijayama has written several books on Swami, mostly explaining her personal experiences with Swami when Swami was just a teenager. Most of us would have read the book Anyada Sharanam Nasti, that is, other than you, refuge there is none, which is a very popular book. This explains all Swami's miracles and mischievous activities during his younger years. The other book is Maya and the Master, also authored by Vijayama. We are privileged indeed today to have Vijayama's son, brother Prithvi, and her sister Lakshmi join us. Sister Lakshmi is an alumni of Anantapur College and currently is an SSC teacher. Without taking much of your time, please let us all welcome Vijayama and her family. Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Anyata Sharanam Nasti, Tvameva Sharanam Mama. Tasmat Karunya Bhavena Raksha Raksha Sai Ishvara. I offer my humble pranams at the lotus feet of our dearest Mother Sai. Loving Sai Ram to everyone who have tuned in for the 10th Aradhana Mahotsavam program of our Bhagawan today. We have often heard Swami mention the shloka of Adi Shankaracharya, Satsangatve Nisangatvam, Nisangatve Nirmohatvam, Nirmohatve Nishalatatvam, Nishalatatve Jivan Muktihi, on the importance of satsang. It is our privilege and pleasure to have Srimati Vijay Kumari Amma in our midst today, making this virtual congregation verily a satsang. Srimati Kuppam Vijay Kumari Amma needs no introduction. We are aware that she is a member of the devout Kuppam family and was blessed to be in Swami's divine physical presence for the very first time when she was only 14 years of age. This was back in the year 1945. A very long-standing devotee of Bhagawan, Srimati Vijay Kumari Amma has penned the books Anyata Sharanam Nasti, Badri Yatra, Madhura Bhakti, and Maya the Master. Rare is when the Supreme Consciousness descends as an avatar. Rarer still is when we get an opportunity to be able to witness and immerse ourselves listening to or reading books about the precious Lord. Unique and precious it is when we are able to hear a first-hand account of a living, loving God playing the role of mischievous Krishna, the Apad Bandhava, the Pranasaka that we all know he is. This is indeed a special treat for all of us, as Srimati Vijay Kumari Amma will be sharing with us real, olden and golden memories of Swami. We will begin with Vijay Kumari Amma sharing with us a small poem that was written by Swami and given to her. Sairam Amma, over to you.
My heartfelt pranams at the lotus feet of my most beloved Lord, and Sairam to every one of you. Today, we have all assembled here to share Swami's magnanimous, mighty miracles and his pure love, and how he played with his devotees and showered his grace to each and every one of us. And Swami, before giving this poem, I can tell you a very important point. Swami always comes to the level of a devotee. And the devotee doesn't know what to ask, what to crave for. But Swami, coming to the level of a devotee, he gives us the instructions, he gives us the message, he gives us every point what the devotee wants. But especially in this small poem of 4 lines, there is a vast experience and vast spiritual meaning in that. But as soon as Swami presented this poem to me in 1945, I was not in a stage to understand or analyze or know the meaning of the poem. I really enjoyed. My God, my Swami has given a beautiful poem for me. And after later years, I really recognized, enjoyed the essence of this poem. Rasukuntini na Swami Vaksudhara Antiye Kari Rayuta Kentaneno Talapumatra Nanudavina Danyatakana Valapu Kanuka Ijini Rata Nokati. When he said, when he came to my level, and it's as if I am asking him, and he's giving this poem, Rasukuntini na Swami. To say is my Swami, my Lord, how much freedom I must have, how much capacity I must have to call him my Swami. Oh, my Swami, I have written down, jotted down all your messages, all your words, all the experiences. But I never thought by jotting down all these messages and all that, there is a purpose behind it. There is a purpose behind it. I never thought like that. Just I felt like writing down, I write down. But just by a small mere thought of putting down all these things into a book form, Swami said, it is Valapukanaka, not ordinary gift. He said, it is a Valapukanaka, a most loving, graceful gift. So, when Swami gave me this wonderful gift, I was really in bliss. And then I told Swami, I am neither a poet, I am neither a intellect, I am not nothing. But why you selected me as an instrument in this? That is Divya Sankalpa. I am a Vidyapati. I am so ignorant. I don't know anything. But still, Swami knows the coming years, the coming ages, how this poem is coming into good shape. He knows everything. So, like that, Swami he presented me this small poem which has so much value behind that.
Thank you so much, Amma, for sharing the background about this poem. It is such a beautiful poem. Swami, are the omniscient, the omnipresent, and the omnipotent God, knew what was coming for you in the future. And he had given this poem to you. He had written himself and given this poem to you. That was very wonderful for sharing the poem. Thanks a lot. Amma, you met Swami during 1945, which means Swami would have been residing in the old mandir. So
Yes.
how was it during the old mandir days and what was it like?
In 1945, when we first visited Puttaparthi and entered the old mandir of those days, it was a very small, cute place, a cute house, very simple, very ordinary, no pomp and show, nothing. But as soon as we entered the old mandir, and before entering the old mandir, as soon as we came up to Chitravati river and were about to enter Puttaparthi, a group of people came to receive us. I said, we don't know anybody. Who are these? In that group, one boy was very smart, very sweet looking, very attractive, with all smiles. He started walking with the people. And while walking with us, he told us what all difficulties we had on the journey for 2 days. And we were wondering how this boy knows. My God, he's such a small boy. Anyhow, we were so tired for 2 days, no food, no company. But anyhow, as soon as we entered the old mandir, this boy sat in the chair and we were all standing near the wall. And we are looking for Sai Baba to come out. We thought, because Sai Baba means he'll be an elderly person with a good looking and all that. And this boy said, Bayama, he called one lady, Bayama, these people are coming from Kuppam people. They are very tired for fasting. Please serve them food. And from inside, she said, all right, Baba. We were shocked. We were really, we don't know what to say. My God, this small boy, immediately we folded our hands. Very sorry, we don't know that you are Sai Baba. We didn't pay our homage at all. He said, okay, all right. But one thing, as soon as we saw him, we felt that he is God. That is also his sankalpa. Nothing in our hand. Everything. He came to my mother's dream, called us and said, I am staying in Puttaparthi. People call me Sai Baba. He never said, I am Sai Baba. People call me Sai Baba. Come and see me. Anyhow, like that, we went to Puttaparthi and immediately we felt that he is. But one thing I can say, as soon as I saw him, I said, he is my Sai Ma. He is my mother. Because when I was young in those days, in the night, I used to cry like anything. I used to, I want my mother, I want my mother, I want to see my mother. My real mother used to come and scold me. Why are you mad? I am standing here. No, I want my mother. I want to see my mother. But as soon as I came to Patti and saw Swami, I said, you are my mother. You are my real mother. As soon as I felt that, Swami saw straight into my eyes and the love was floating, flooding from his eyes and entered into my heart. I said, my Swami, you are my mother. I'm so happy. From that day, I never cried. I stopped crying at all because I have met my mother. And to be in that old mandir, no current. Then we said, they all over, there are small lanterns all over the place they have kept, but we never felt. We felt, okay, it is all right. Then we said, we want to cook something, where is the kitchen? There is no kitchen. My God, without kitchen, how are we going to cook? They said, you put 3 stones and then with the fire sticks, you have to cook. We have never had that experience in our house. We used to have so much, but here even sticks were not available. And with the greatest difficulty, we used to get some dry leaves and all that. I used to cook. And then we said, we want to go to the bathroom. No bathroom, no toilet. We have to go to Chitravati only. Oh my God, Chitravati is nearly more than a kilometer from here. But we never felt it. Why? Because, and one thing I can tell you, but that lady Bayama said, all right, Baba. And we said, how can they call him Baba? By his name. He's an almighty, he's omnipresent, omnipotent. We say so many things. And how can we call God by the name? So we didn't like it. We said, come on, let us think. So the whole night we thinking over. And then Mommy said in the next day, we'll call him Swami. And if he accepts, okay, well and good. Then next day we said, very sorry, we don't want to call you by your name, Baba. We'll call you. So he said, all right, what is there? Oh, and we were also very happy. From that time, we started calling him Swami. And everyone was so happy to follow the same method. So as soon as we settled down, and we never felt any difficulty, no problems, we are enjoying because he is always with us, running all from dawn to dusk. We will be running, jumping over the walls, going outside, playing so much and climbing the trees. Not a single minute is without us, and we are without him. Always like, because we are living in the same place. We are always sharing the same place. So after seeing Swami, all the time running, jumping, cutting jokes, full of vigor, full of divine fragrance, full of divine splendor, full of joy, and we never felt any problem, any difficulty. We are also, because the age is such, he is also young, and we are also young. The age is so nice. So all the time running behind him, going up and down. And after seeing Bhagawan like this, we said, we have not seen Krishna of Dwapar Yuga. We have read Bhagavatam. Krishna was also like this, so naughty, all the time running with the Gopikas and Gopalas, and all the time running. And here also, here, Swami is also Krishna. There is no doubt. He is nothing but Krishna. How fortunate we are to play with Krishna, which we have not seen, which we have not enjoyed. But today, we are enjoying the proximity, the closeness of staying with Swami, all the time playing with Swami, talking, joking. And one thing, when we are so close to Swami, sometimes we used to forget he is God, he is our friend, he is our deity. And we used to be so free with Swami. And when we say, oh my God, how can we worship him? When we say that, like that, then we look at his face. It is full of divinity, my God. He is God. He is Krishna. There is no doubt about it. So like that, in that old mandir, all the time playing and joking and naughty. And on top of that, Swami never gave us any spiritual teachings. Very simple life, very simple ideas, very simple living, with simple living and high thinking. Because simple living we are, there is no need to crave for anything. There is no need to be pomp and show, nothing. We are so simple. And all the time when we are walking with Swami like that, there is not a single day without a miracle. Every day, every minute, full of bliss and full of grace and full of joy and full of inspiration. We're all the time bubbling with happiness. We completely forgot what is life. We are enjoying every minute in the proximity of Bhagavan. So the old mandir, and one thing I can say, Swami, why he called this place Old Mandir? When he built Prashanti Nilayam, he called it Prashanti Nilayam. When he built this place also, he could have called Ananda Nilayam or something. Why he said Old Mandir? Because it is old, very, very old, ages old, yugas old, and from the creation, this place is there. So I said, Pada Mandir, very, very old Mandir. But this in this old Mandir, because Swami called it like this. And we saw Swami as a Rama, Krishna, Shiva, Goddess Kali, Lakshmi, what not. All gods and goddesses. We had the vision. We had the Pratyaksha Pradashan of Swami. When we saw all these things, when Swami calling this old Mandir, there is no doubt about it, because it is coming from this is Bhu Kailas, this Bhuloka Vaikuntham. Otherwise, Swami selected this place as his place to play all his wonderful leelas and magicians. So this old Mandir is not an ordinary place. For 5 years, I can tell you, we enjoyed maximum joy. We enjoyed so much joy. We saw so many miracles, every miracle. So old Mandir is Bhu Kaila. Old Mandir is Bhu Vaikuntha. We are playing with Swami and saw in all forms of gods and gods. And we are so blessed. And we are so thankful to Swami for calling us at that early age and giving us that golden opportunity to play, to worship, to have a joy all the time.
You have been so lucky, actually, and you have clearly expressed that when you saw Swami first time, you just accepted him as God. So there was no doubt at all when you saw Swami. So nice. So a curious question: what was the first materialization Swami had given you?
The pure love. Uncontaminated love, selfless love, serene love. That was the first gift given to us. And only after seeing Swami, we started understanding the real meaning of love. And Swami, whatever he does and whatever action he takes, it is filled with his love. There is no caste, creed, anything. He's always same to each and everyone, sharing his joy, sharing his love, sharing his manifestations with each and every one. So that was the first gift for us, is his pure love.
That's very nice. Thank you so much. Can you share 2 or 3 cherished experiences on the banks of Chitravati River?
Lots and lots and lots. Many. Every day at exactly 4 o'clock in the evening, Swami from the old Mandir used to shout, I am going to Chitravati. Is everybody ready? My God. We immediately follow Swami, run behind him and go with him. On the way, we used to have lot of miracles. Swami used to disappear. We looked for him. Again, he used to disappear. He'll be sitting on the top of a tree. And he said, I'm sitting on top of, where are you looking for me? We'll be still looking there. We don't know when he has come down. He said, why are you still looking there? I see, I'm here. But 2 incidents, I can tell you. Very interesting, very inspiring. And as soon as we go to Chitravati, Swami used to sit on the river bed, Chitravati river bed, and we used to start singing bhajans. And Swami used to make a small pyramid like in the sand. He used to put his hand in the sand. So before he takes out the sweet, we can tell what is coming out, because the smell was so nice, so pricking your nose. I said, my God, Swami today is taking laddu out of the sand. is taken laddu. And it is so hot. Ghee is dripping from laddu. He keeps it in a plate, though he took it out from the sand. Not a single grain of sand on that sweet, and it is so fresh. And Swami used to make it into pieces and started giving it everywhere. So like a fool, I thought, my God, we are nearly 20 people. Swami has taken such a small piece of laddu. How is it going to be sufficient for everyone? Immediately he looked at me. I got a little scared. Then he made it into pieces and gave everyone, again on the plate, the full laddu was there on the plate. So Swami showed that I can do anything. I can create anything. I can just do wonders. And we were really so happy. And while like this, one day, when we are all sitting with Swami in the Chittarati, he said, Nagasai is coming. We thought it is the name of a person. So Nagasai, we were all looking like this. Where is this person? Not to be seen. Swami, where is that person? Nagasai, not to be seen. I got to see there, not here. When we look there, a big serpent. Serpent is coming like this from the far away. It is coming. And when we look at that serpent, it is black color with golden dots on top of it. And it is so big. And it is, you know how a serpent comes? It, I think is coming like that. We never felt that is a serpent. We thought, my God, just like a dancing girl, it is coming so beautifully. So as soon as it started coming towards us, we said, Swami, please don't allow it to come too close to us. We are all so scared, Swami. The snake is a snake. Then immediately the snake put up the hood. It was 5 hoods.
Oh.
5 hoods. And so beautiful and glazing like anything, just like diamonds. The eyes are just like diamonds. And it's putting it tongue like that. And it is really looking so nice. But in the center of the hood, we can see Swami's face clearly, beautifully. And it was such a wonderful sight, such a wonderful vision, such a wonderful joy, we can't tell you. And then, and we were singing by the Bhajans, Seshasai Narayana Vasudeva Narayana Vasanasana Narayana Narayana Sai Narayana Narayana Sai Narayana Narayana Sai Narayana. And they say, the more force we sang, the more with speed we sang. It is dancing, putting its hood like this and playing so joyfully, so happily. And it was really such a wonderful sight to see a snake behaving like this. And then after some time, then Swami said, Nagsai, okay, I'm really so happy to see you coming here. You can go back. But he never wanted to go back. It went little back and coming out. Going back and coming. Swami said, no, come, go. And with greatest difficulty, it started slowly moving backward. Though it disappeared, we could not see the tail at all. That it was so big. And then Swami said, this is not an ordinary snake. This is Adisheshu. My God, immediately we folded our hands and told Swami how fortunate we are today seeing Adisheshu playing here and playing there. And it's all like that. We had the darshan of Adisheshu in the form of a snake, and seeing Swami in the hood was a wonderful sight. And one more most interesting incident. But to be very frank, every incident is so inspiring and so interesting, full of joy. One day Swami said, you don't cook food here. today night. It was a moonlight. So we had moonlight dinner. I cooked food for all of you in Chitravati. Oh, we are so happy, shouting, screaming, enjoying. We ran with Swami and sat in the Chitravati riverbed and we sang some bhajan, and Swami created idols, dollars, statues, and so many things. So busy. And it was nearly 8 o'clock. Then Swami, when are you going to start cooking? How much time it takes to cook, Swami? We are all really so hungry.
How many of you would have been there? How many of you?
Nearly 20 people.
Oh, okay.
20 people. And then Swami said, come on. Okay. He got up. Then we looked here, there were no vessels, no firewood, nothing was there. That Swami, when I come on, Swami. Then he called a boy. He said, I have kept some vessels there. Please bring those all them. Nearly 8 vessels, big one, small one, the smallest one like that. He placed all the vessels and closed it with the lid. I took a small branch from a tree. He said, rice, sambar, payasam, curry, this all. And all the lids are making noise. They are bubbling hot. And the smell was so nice. Swami, come on, Swami. Service very soon. And we are really so hungry, Swami. And we were really dazed. How can Swami create all these things? Oh, though we think that he is God, but sometimes we forget. Out of our ignorance, we come to our human level. How can you do this? How can you do that? Like that? Then Swami said, my God, I forgot to bring the leaves. Come on, Swami. Now we have to go to the mandir and bring how much time it takes. He said, no. He called 2 boys. He take a right turn. There is a big lake. There's big lotus leaves. Go and bring them. This boy said, in no time, they brought every leaf was really so big. Swami himself served the leaves and made us all sit, said, I'm serving now, all of you. Oh. And he went on serving. We went on eating. We don't know how much we ate. He said, come on, eat now. You won't get this food again. We ate up to here. we could not even breathe. We ate so much. It was so delicious. It was so nutritious. We went on eating and all. And then everything was so happy. And then we said, Swami, come on. Let us go back now to the old man. Then Swami, how about you? My stomach is full because I saw you all eating. And as a mother, I am so happy. My stomach is full. I said, Swami, how can we thank you? How can we pay our respects to you? Such a wonderful dinner, such a wonderful food. They have said, oh, this is nothing, come on. When we stopped, we could not walk at all. It was with so much difficulty. We walked and reached the mandir. For next 2 days, we could not eat anything, just a cup of water or something. Then Swami said, because this is cooked by the angels. This is cooked by the devatas. So that's why it is so tasty. It is so nutritious. You won't get this much. I said, Swami, we are so happy and thankful to Swami. So like that, every day we used to have wonderful time with Swami.
Seriously, no words to explain the food cooked by Swami himself and you having it. It is such a wonderful, I'm sure it would have been bliss in those days, surely, with Swami. Thank you so much. I came to know that you were a Brindavan singer. And do you remember your first bhajan that you sang for Swami? And if you can share some memorable moments as bhajan singer?
I was not only a Vrindavan singer. The day we saw Swami in the old mandir, 1945, from that time itself, I used to sing in those days songs and there's bhajans also. And Swami has some guidelines for bhajan. He said, There are certain rules and regulations to sing a bhajan. He said, first, a singer, when you come to the hall to participate in the bhajan, at least you must come half an hour early. Take rest. Make the mind quiet and calm. Be refreshed, relax, and come and sit in the hall. Then only you can sing quietly from the depths of your heart. You can sing. So then he said, while sitting in the bhajan, and Swami has kept beautiful big pictures in the mandir. And then Swami said, don't close your eyes. I have kept such big pictures. Just look at the form, the sweet form of the Lord, the sweet name of the Lord. While you sing Rama, Krishna, whatever it is, we enjoy the same thing from the photographs. And then on top of that song, a singer must have a good voice. That is very important. Without good voice, nobody can. And then we used to sit in a line and sing bhajan and Swami. And when we're singing, unless you concentrate, you can't sing a bhajan fully, correctly. So concentration is very important. Dedication, Swami said, dedication is very important. After concentrating on the bhajan, when you start singing the bhajan, you should come from the depths of your heart, filled with bliss, filled with a melodious voice, filled with pleasing voice. Even a person, lay person who doesn't know music must enjoy. So it must come. That means it is devotion. It must come from devotion. And then on top of that, discipline is very necessary. I said, what type of discipline? Sitting in the bhajan. Then somebody used to, when the bhajan is going on, they used to do like this, do like. Immediately Swami said, are you Meera? Why are you dancing like that? Are you Meera? that one word finished. He's collapsed. He doesn't do that again. And some people will be doing like this. I said, oh, you are possessed by a devil. Why are you moving like that? So without a harsh word, without any demand or command, Swami used to with so much love, so sweetly, so nicely, he used to chide you, but there is a lesson, beautiful lesson behind it with which we have to learn. So in the bhajan, dedication, devotion, discipline is very important. There are so much guidelines for the bhajan. And Swami on top of that one day said, and some people are, why bhajans we are singing so loudly? Why like that? Why not soft like? Then Swami said, yes, you are sitting in a hall where 300, 400 people are there. If you sing softly like that, how can they hear? How can they enjoy? Not only that, suppose now a crow is there. That crow is making so much noise. He said, hi, come on, it won't go. At least you must throw a stone. Otherwise, you go near the tree and clap so hard, then the crow will run. Like the same way, if we sing softly, there is no inspiration, there is no bhava, there is no happiness. So when you say Ram, Krishna, Hari, go Ram, Krishna, Hari, Sathya Sai, like that, when you sing so loudly, the mind gets fixed in that name. Because of singing so loud, your all bad vices, Mada, Matsya, Kama, Krodha, all these bad vices are gone. So when the people are big, congregation of people are there, you must sing loud. And then only the people can enjoy.
Amma, yes, we have heard that Swami had resurrected your father from his death. And can you please talk a bit about it?
Sure. I will sing one bhajan. The first bhajan we sang there. Nirupama guna sadara Kashayambara Veda Arada That was our
Beautiful bhajan.
bhajan
Oh,
introduced by in the presence of Swami, in the proximity of Swami, where everybody enjoyed, everybody was. Let us come to my father.
yes, please.
My father had gastric trouble.
Okay.
And it is so severe gastric trouble. When he's in pain, he used to vomit. A big bucket of vomit used to come out. Like that, he used to vomit. And even my family doctor was Sai devotee. And then he always used to take him to Swami. He'll be all right. Why here, why doctors can do nothing? So with greatest difficulty, with in those days, no taxis, no proper, we had to go by train, bullock cart, the bus, everything, all sorts of these things we have to undergo so much pain. So anyhow, we reached Puttaparthi. And Swami was, at that time, he was in Prashanti Nilayam at that time. It is 1953. And Swami had allotted a room before our coming, and he said, some patient is coming, so we'll occupy this room. So all the devotees were waiting, who is going to come, who is waiting. So as soon as we landed in Parthi, he said, go ahead. So 1 or 2 days, he was suffering so much. Swami is coming, going, talking to him, oh, he'll be all right. So one day it so happened that he did not pass urine at all. Whole day, the tummy becomes so big. It is our good fortune in those days, no hospitals, no doctors, no nurses, nobody. For each and everything, we have to depend on Bhagavan only. For everything we used to, sometimes we used to go upstairs to his room. Swami, he's suffering so much. Give him something, Swami. Swami, please come down, Swami. Swami, come down. Look at it, Swami. Like that, we used to rush, we used to go beg Swami, do it. So it is our good fortune. That whole night passed. And then at that time, the Raja of Venkatagiri is a elderly person, well experienced person. And he came to my mother and said, why are you keeping him like this? I will give my car. You can take him to your place because all your relatives will be waiting. He said. Mommy said, no. Anyhow, that night, he passed away. There was no more. And the doctor, again, Raja of Venkatagiri came inside and said, see, he is no more. Why don't you do that? You don't do it. He said, no. All the devotees don't know what to do. They are all sitting in the veranda only. And in the night, how can we go and call Swami? So we were all sitting there. And the next day morning also, Swami used to come down at 9 o'clock for bhajan. That day he didn't come down at all. And do you know how Swami tests the devotees in such a hard way? And he tests our patience also and our anxiety also. He knows what to do. But at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10:30, he didn't come down at all. We're anxiously, and we have no guts to go upstairs. But I went in between, I went upstairs to tell Swami. Swami was having his breakfast. So I should not tell at this time. So I came. And anyhow, he came at about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Mummy rushed to him and caught hold of his face and started crying. He said, why are you crying? What is wrong? Swami, she could not say. Swami said, oh, your husband, he is going to deliver a baby. And when the Swami said that, everybody had a good laugh. When we are in so agony and we are in so disturbed, Swami knows how to make that shape, that place and type into a final situation. Oh, we are going to deliver a baby. Why are you so worried? And everybody started laughing. Anyhow, and then Swami said, come on, let's go and see. We went into the room and Swami, that was like, but one thing I can say, his body was so fresh. And we used to go to Chitravati and have bath. And we look at it, hey, I think he has come after his bath. He's looking so fresh. with a big dot of wood and all. And Swami came. He closed the door. They didn't lock it. Closed the door like this. After a few seconds, he called Raja Pengitgiri only first. He said, Raja Garu, come inside. And he went inside. And he fell flat on the floor. And we said, my God, we don't know what happened. He's flat on the floor. And after a few seconds, I said, all of you come inside. When we all went inside, Swami is sitting to the my dad's on a pillow near his head. My father is laughing. He's smiling so nicely. And we were all so dazed. We don't know what to say, what to talk. We were all completely in a fix. I said, immediately we folded our hands. We could not touch Swami. What is this? Oh, he's alive. Why did you say he's dead? No, he's alive. And then immediately Swami asked my mother to get a cup of Horlicks. Swami himself started, and then Swami started doing like this to him. Then said, Swami, when the small children, when they are not able to drink, Swami said, if you do like that, it gives a soothing sensation. The children will easily drink what it is. Then now he is a baby, like that. So I have to do like that. And he came. Then he asked my mother, how old is he? Then we have to count down. Then we said, Swami, he's 60. You remember? 3-4 years back, you told me all his brothers died in hospitals without so many diseases and all that, Swami. Please see that he has a peaceful death, Swami. I said, I promised I'll take care, I'll do that. So that was such a peaceful death. So now he has come back alive. So tomorrow I'm going to perform your 60th wedding anniversary. I said, Swami, what to say, what to do. And in Puttaparthi, you know very well in those days, we can't get fruits, we can't get flowers. How are we going to worship Swami? How are we going to pay our homage to Swami? Anyhow, Swami said, call my mother and father. He said, we have oil bath and stay in the room only. Now we are the new couple. You should not come out. I will come. I'll take both of you with me. Then only you must come. So afterwards, in the mandir, you know the backside of the mandir, where that Arjun, which is
Yes.
Swami, they decorated that place. Swami had a simhasan, his seat there, and then he put a big plank there, and then he went into the room, and he called my father and mother. They said, Swami said, come on, both of you hold your hand. Swami, in front of Swami, everybody, come on, you're a new couple, come on. Then so many Sumangalis started singing all this type of song, how they send the new couple to the place. So it was, and the hall was full that day because of Dasara time. So Swami took them into the mandir, made them sit on the plank. Then he also come on thing back. Then he called family members, go around, do protection to them and take them their blessing. Swami, we have to do for you. No, father and mother, they are the protection daivam. They are the given you body and because of them only today you are all here enjoying the proximity of God, seeing God, having the bliss of God. Then Swami came there. Then immediately he created a Mangala Sutta with a yellow thread, and Mangala Sutta was so big, gold, it was dazzling, so that, and showering yellow rice, and not showering, is pouring, it is coming out from his hand just like a flood, and big mantras he made my father to put a Mangalya in hand, and Swami blessed them. Then the Swami stood in between them, and all of us, we went round with Swami and did protection to Swami as well as to my parents. Like that, Swami has given him the second life. And then Swami said, now after nearly for 20 years, he is going to be alive with good health. And then Raja Pentigere and Mr. Kasturi also over there. Swami, why did you give him life? Why did you bring him back? The Swami said, see, the children are still so young. He did not write a will. He did not do proper things. So I have to give him life so that he can do everything and then he can reach me happily to my abode, to merge into my lotus feet. So after living for 20 years, he had a wonderful life. And then he merged into Swami's lotus feet. And I can tell you how he merged also. And my father and mother, they were living in my Kupam, my native place. I was in Whitefield with my husband and he was working in Joy Ice Creams. Then we got a telegram that father is no more. And those days, no taxis, no proper trains. But it is our good luck. Swami was in Vrindavan. Then I rushed to Vrindavan, went to Vrindavan immediately. Swami was having his lunch. And Ram Brahmam Garu, the manager of that Vrindavan, he said, so I was standing outside. Swami called me Kumaram. Swami used to call me Kumaramma. My name is Vijay Kumari. Even then, Swami used to call me Kumaramma. And they said, come in, come in. I said, I went inside, tears rolling down. I controlled myself. Why? Your father passed away. I went there. I gave him darshan and he passed away so peacefully. Why are you so worried? What a wonderful death he had. And immediately he created vibhuti and gave it, put it in a piece of paper and gave it to me. After going there, he sprinkled this vibhuti on his body and then nobody should cry because of wonderful death. You take him singing bhajans with him. As soon as I went back to my place and I saw him, as I told you, he was looking so fresh. We never say he's a dead body. He thought. Then I asked Mommy how he passed away. He had his bath and came out and he was about to wear his shirt. He put his one hand in a shirt, was about to put the other hand, was no. Then he said, Swami has come, Swami has come. Why all people are, come on, have darshan. He's shouting. He said, my God, why is there? But immediately, as soon as he passed away, when they came to know he is no more, there was strong vibhuti smell all over the face. Then they said, Swami, we are here. With your blessings, with your, what to say, grace, we had a wonderful death, Swami. And we are so thankful to you. So then I gave the vibhuti created by Bhagawan. As per Bhagawan's permission, so the body was taken, singing bhajans and all that. Like every minute, every second, Swami is always with us and we are with Swami. Without Swami, we are nobody, we are nothing.
After Swami's Maha Samadhi, how has that changed your perception of Swami and how do you remain connected with him?
Very difficult question. Because when I heard, I didn't go to Puttaparthi at all. When I came to know that Swami is hospitalized, I cannot bear that situation. And every minute they are saying that this problem, that problem to solve. I said, how can Swami get into problems? How can Swami get into all these diseases? Some people say he had a heart attack. I can't. So I didn't go at all. But the day when Swami left his body and he was brought in that box, I was looking in the TV. I said, come at least let me. As soon as the body was brought and kept there and people were having darshan, I lost my control. I lost my balance. I lost my mind. And when they put that body into that Maha Samadhi, I shouted, Ma, Sai Ma. That's all. I don't know whether I fainted or whatever. But anyhow, after that, for 3 months, I could not visit Bhakti at all. Then I said, what am I doing? Why am I doing like this? Swami always said, I have Sakar, Nirakar, I have no birth, I have no death, I am always there, I have come for the take of devotees only, I am living there only. Then Swami said so much about it. Why am I giving so much importance to the body? How can I? But I know very well that he is there in Nirakar, but Sakar. He is playing a game, he is playing a mighty role to teach us something like that. So after 3 months, when I visited, I broke down. I did not say that. I was in a horrible condition for a few days. Then I pacified myself. But one thing I can say, as soon as I stepped into the Prashanti Vilaya, I felt that he is there, he is alive. That same feeling, that same joy, that same proximity, that same grace. The whole my body was covered with those experience that I put my hands there. Swami, you're always here. You are with me. You are within me only. You have not gone anywhere. I'm so happy to come here and see you. But from that time, I felt that he is there, he is here, he has not gone anywhere. I used to tell each and everybody also, why are you thinking he is not there? He's here, he's here, he's here all the time. He can't live without devotees. Devotees can't live without him also. So as Swami says, he's always with us. So like that, I had that joy. I had that wonderful experience and I really enjoyed my trip to Bhakti. Let's see that Swami is there with us.
Throughout your life, you have had Swami's darshan, sparshan, and sambhashan. What message would you convey to the new generation who have not had the opportunity to see Swami in the physical form?
When I say that Swami is here, Swami has not gone anywhere. But for new people, naturally, because they are coming for the first time, they have not seen Bhagavan, they have not heard it. But when somebody questioned me, what is your advice for the new generation who have not seen Swami? So there's a big, nearly 200-300 people are sitting there. I asked some of them, are you reading Ramayana? How many of you are reading Ramayana? So many people put up their hand. I said, how many are reading Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam? And some people. Then I asked, how many of you are reading Bible and Quran? And I said, you are reading Ramayana, Bhagavatam. How are you reading? You are keeping that book of Ramayana, that Bhagavatam, in your puja room. As soon as you enter into your puja room, you sit there, you take the Ramayana, you put it in your hand, you worship it nicely, and with so much faith, you read Ramayana, you believe in each and every word what Rama said, and you want to follow that. Yes, we are doing that. Have you seen Rama? No. We have not seen Rama. Then how can you believe him? This Ramayana is not today, ages and ages and ages and old is that Ramayana. How are you having that implicit faith in Ramayana and believing every word as if Rama has told you? So even Bhagavad Gita, all the scriptures, each and every one doing with so much absolute faith. So in the same way, today, though Bhagavan is not here, but not to be seen with us, but he is here. But anyhow, he has given us, he has left so many CDs and so many books and so many audios and so many videos, and he has given ample so much, so much. Why don't you read them with implicit faith? If we really read his message with implicit faith, I can assure you, I can guarantee you that you can see Swami. You can feel that proximity of Swami, the grace of Swami. There is no doubt at all. But you must have that faith. With faith works wonders. So if you really want to see Swami, if you really want to follow his footsteps, have faith and follow his message, read his message. Each and every one can enjoy this darshan of Swami, sparshan, sambhashan, everything we can hear. That's, I think that's what I felt. And everybody was really so happy. I said, yeah, what you say is true. Yes, faith is more important. Faith can do wonders. So, faith, implicit faith.
Thank you so much, Amma, for literally immersing us in the bliss and reliving those moments for us. It had been a great opportunity to talk to you, and I'm sure all of them who are listening will surely experience the same bliss. You really brought all those moments literally into life for me. So thank you so much. It was as if I was there experiencing through your narration. So thanks a lot, Sai Ram.
I am also, as I told you, I am also thankful to you, all of you who are participating in the, for bringing me those joyful days and making me enjoy those memorable moments. I'm really so happy and thankful to all of you.
I would like to express my own gratitude to you all, and I'm sure you all felt the same bliss as I have and relived each and every moment through Amma's experiences. What inspired me most was the dream of Kumari Amma's mother and the faith that brought them all to Swami. And with the same faith, they continue to love Swami more and more. Jai Sai Ram.
What a wonderful talk. I'm sure there are no words to explain our joy listening to this. The talk Vijayamma and her family gave transported us back to the days when Swami was alive with us in the human form. We are truly fortunate to hear about the close experiences and interactions Vijayamma and her family had with Swami from his young age. I'm sure we could have listened to this talk for hours on end. The next item will be another musical offering from regions 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's sit back and enjoy. Sai Ram.
साई ने दस्तखत दी मेरे दिल में, बनाया अपनी संपत्ति।
तालु के दार को ढूंढा हर जगह,
मैंने बाहर खुली आंखों से समझ जोर से आया, और देखा मैंने बंद आंखों से। छोड़ के सब कुछ मैं परती आया, तुम्हारे चरणों में दिल को समाया रे साईं राम। छोड़ के सब कुछ मैं परती आया, तुम्हारे चरणों में दिल को समाया रे साईरा। जहाँ देखा वहाँ तुम्ही को पाया रे, मन पाया रे, मन पाया रे। बारूदों के मौसम में भी तुमने प्रेम बसाया रे।
भजन हो या ध्यान, सेवा हो या काम, भरपूर तूने बनाया रे।
मेरा जो दिल है उसमें तू आया, प्यार से सांसों में भी तू ही समाया रे साईरा।
तुमको देखकर क्या कुछ नहीं किया संतों ने, अपने जीवन की आहुति दी शरबंगा ने, पलक तक नहीं झपकी सुदीक्षणा ने। हम तो संत नहीं लेकिन फिर भी हम करेंगे कुछ तुम्हारे लिए, जिएंगे तुम्हारे लिए मेरे सारे, जिएंगे सिर्फ तुम्हारे लिए।
अपने इस हृदय को अपने इस हृदय को अपने इस हृदय को कर्पूर बनाया,
जलता है तेरे अर्पण में,
सिर्फ तेरे अर्पण में मेरी इस आत्मा को फूल बनाया, तुम्हारे चरणों में खिलना सिखाया रे साईरा। जहाँ देखा वहाँ तुम्ही को पाया रे, मन पाया रे, मन पाया रे साईरा 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 साईरा
Krishna Madhava Madhava Krishna Krishna Madhava Madhava Krishna Krishna Madhava Sayuri Krishna Madhava Sayuri Vrindavana Sanchari Shama Gopala Vrindavana Sanchari Shama Gopala Jaya Madhusudana Jaya Nandalala जय मधुसूदन जय नंदलाला झूलन झूले मेरे साई नंदलाला झूलन झूले मेरे साई नंदलाला कृष्ण माधव साई हरे कृष्ण माधव साई हरे कृष्ण माधव माधव कृष्ण
शिवाय नमः शिव शिवाय नमः शिव शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय
शिवाय नमः शिव शिवाय नमः शिव शिवाय नमः नमः शिवाय
शिवाय नमः शिव शिवाय नमः शिव शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय
शिवाय नमः शिव शिवाय नमः शिव शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय
शिवाय नमः शिव शिवाय नमः शिवाय
नमः शिव शिवाय नमः शिवाय
शिवाय नमः शिव शिवाय नमः शिवाय
नमः शिव शिवाय नमः शिवाय
शिवाय नमः ॐ 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 नमः शिवाय
शिवाय नमः शिव शिवाय नमः शिव शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय
शिवाय नमः शिव शिवाय नमः शिव शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय
शिवाय नमः शिव शिवाय नमः शिवाय
नमः शिव शिवाय नमः शिवाय
शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय
नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय
शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय
नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय
शिवाय नमः शिव शिवाय नमः शिव शिवाय नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय
Brightly shines the Lord incarnate. 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 Father, Mother, Sai Baba, you built the cosmos. In you I wish to rest my soul. Father, Mother, Sai Baba, you built the cosmos. In you I wish to rest my soul. Father, Mother, Sai Baba, you built the cosmos. In you I wish to rest my soul. Father, Mother, Sai Baba, you built the cosmos. In you I wish to rest my soul. Father, Mother, Sai Baba, you built the cosmos. In you I wish to rest my soul. Father, Mother, Sai Baba, you built the cosmos. In you I wish to rest my soul. Father, Mother, Sai Baba, you built the cosmos. In you I wish to rest my soul. Father, Mother, Sai Baba, you built the cosmos. In you I wish to rest Shiva Shiva Shankara Hara Parameshwara Saishwaraya Namo. Shiva Shiva Shankara Hara Parameshwara Saishwaraya Namo. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva Shiva Shankara Hara Parameshwara Saishwaraya Namo. 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 Brightly shines the Lord incarnate. Hari Om Namah Shivaya.
Sai Ram, I'm sure all of us loved the musical program. Next, we have a short video from the very popular international and Indian cricket player, Mr. Sunil Gavaskar. Mr. Gavaskar was a former India cricketer from the early 1970s to late 1980s. He was regarded as one of the greatest batsmen, especially in the cricket test matches. Now he's renowned and well respected as a commentator. Mr. Gavaskar and his family have been a devotee of Swami for decades and have had a wealth of divine experiences. Mr. Gavaskar has kindly agreed to share some of his experiences with us today. And without wasting much time, let us welcome Mr. Sunil Gavaskar. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram. With her, Sastang Namaskar at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagawan, Sri Sathya Sai Baba. I am Sunil Gavaskar. My family and I have been devotees of Swami for more than 50 years. And during that time, we have been blessed to have had abundance of love from Swami. Our entire family are devotees. They love Swami, and Swami in turn has given us endless love for which we are blessed. And he continues to give us that same love every day of our lives. He may not be with us, but we can sense his presence all around us. And it reminds us of the two things that he taught us. Of course, he taught us so many things, but the two things that he taught us, which is love all, serve all. And the second, help ever, hurt never. Now, love all, serve all is perhaps a little bit easy to think of, but hard to do. Hard to do because we tend to love our families and our close friends more than others. Those others who are not in our circle of life, who we do not come in contact with, we don't tend to love them. But if we can tend to think of others who may not be in contact with us, think of their well-being, wish them well, wish that they become better versions of themselves, then we will be, in a way, doing what Swami has been telling us to do. The other, help ever, hurt never, is again perhaps a little bit difficult to do, because while helping others, we tend to again think in terms of close friends, family, or maybe a cause which is close to our hearts, which we feel connected to. Hurting somebody can happen accidentally, not deliberately, not purposely, but we can do something which might hurt somebody. We can say something which might hurt somebody. So we've always got to be try and be conscious of that, and be very careful with our actions and be very careful with our words. So these are the two things that Swami has taught us. And if we can try and observe, try and follow what these two things are about, then I'm pretty certain that the world will be a better place. I do hope that today, the 10th anniversary of Swami living in his physical form, will be an occasion for us to rededicate ourselves to Swami's teachings, to Swami's mission, and help the world to get to being a better place. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, I'm sure all of us enjoyed the talk by Mr. Sunil Gavaskar. When we listen to this talk, we feel we are part of Sai Miracles. Next, we have a melodious music offering by a well-known composer and a singer, Mrs. Sudha Raghunathan. She's a Carnatic vocalist, singer, and a composer from India. She's been awarded several prestigious titles such as Kalaimamani, Padma Shri, and Padma Bhushan. Being an ardent devotee of Swami, she has had her own share of wonderful Sai experiences. We are fortunate to have her share one of her experiences that she had with our beloved Bhagawan today, and also she will be offering a devotional song at his lotus feet. No doubt, she will make us all feel like we are sitting there in Sai Kulwant Hall in front of Swami and listening to the concert. All of us know how much Swami loves music. So let us all be prepared and sit back and enjoy. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram. It is my privilege and joy to express a few words about my experience with Bhagawan Puttaparthi Sri Sathya Sai Baba, close to his Maha Samadhi day, the 24th April. What is the connection between me and the one and only Bhagawan, Baba? To me, he is just everything. I say Sai Ram at least 100 times in a day. Baba christened me Gita Sudha. He did my Aksharabhyasam for me. He pierced my ears and gave me 2 little diamond stars. If I'm breathing today, if I'm living today, if I'm talking to you today, it is because of the grace of Bhagawan. The miracle that he conjured up when I was just 1.5 years old manifested the form of Sri Jodi Adipalli Somappa. Baba always says, love all, serve all. Wouldn't the world be a much better place to live in if all of us followed love all, serve all? At least once in a day, if we did express our love or served someone, be it a little happiness that we give, I'm sure our lives would be something that we would be proud of at the end of the day. My offering on this day is a bhajan by Sri Y.G. Sundar. It says, Man ki aankhein kholo. Man ki aankhein kholo. Man ki aankhein kholo, Sai. Man मन की आंखें खोलो साईं राम, मन की आंखें खोलो। इस दुनिया में तेरे जैसे, इस दुनिया में तेरे जैसे अवतार कितना अनमोल। इस दुनिया में तेरे जैसे अवतार कितना अनमोल, अवतार कितना अनमोल, अवतार कितना अनमोल। मन की आंखें खोलो साईं राम, मन की आंखें खोल। रात सो गई सुबह हो गई, रात सो गई सुबह हो गई, पर तेरे याद कभी ना भूल गई। जैसे दीपक अंधेरे में, जैसे दीपक अंधेरे में रोशनी है, रोशनी है, वैसे भगवान साईं भगवान तू जीवन का ज्योति है, तू जीवन का ज्योति, ज्योति है, ज्योति है। क्या बताऊं, कैसे बताऊं, क्या बताऊं, कैसे बताऊं बाबा तेरी महिमा, साईं बाबा तेरी महिमा, साईं बाबा तेरी महिमा। कृपा करो, दया करो, कृपा करो, ओ दया करो, हे साईं राम, सत्य साईं राम, कृपा करो, दया करो, कृपा करो, ओ दया करो, हे साईं राम, सत्य साईं राम, हे साईं राम, सत्य साईं राम, हे साईं राम, सत्य साईं, हे साईं राम, सत्य साईं राम, हे साईं राम, सत्य साईं राम, हे साईं राम, सत्य साईं राम, हे साईं पति साईं पुटपति साईं, पति साईं प्रशांति साईं राम, हे साईं बोलो साईं राम, साईं साईं सत्य साईं राम, हे साईं बोलो साईं बोलो, सत्य साईं राम, साईं राम, साईं राम, सत्य साईं राम, साईं राम, साईं राम, सत्य साईं राम, हे साईं राम, हे साईं राम, हे साईं राम।
On behalf of our organization, I offer loving pranams at the divine lotus feet of our dear Bhagawan, Sri Sathya Sai Baba. It is since Swami left his physical form on April 24, 2011, that we observe the Aradhana Mahotsavam day each year with the aim of offering our gratitude and reverence to his teachings and the blessings we receive from him. However, this day is no different than the day he took his physical form on 23rd November 1926. During the years of his physical presence, we had experienced Bhagwan's love through his omnipresence. Bhagwan left India only once to travel to East Africa, but his presence was experienced by thousands of people across many countries which Bhagwan had never visited, nor did they visit Puttaparthi. So for them, their connection was not physical, but through his omnipresence. Today, our experience is the same in that we are unable to see his physical form, but his omnipresence continues to be felt by all of us. In discourse after discourse, Bhagwan has repeated, "I want nothing but your love." So brothers and sisters, this is all that we can offer our sweet Lord, that which he has blessed us with, his love. Let us strive to love him in every thought we harbor, in every word we choose to speak, and in every single action we perform. As we come to the end of our program today, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Brother Sunil Gavaskar for sparing some precious time from his busy calendar and sharing his thoughts with us today. I would also like to thank Sister Sudha Raghunathan for her offering and sharing her own experience with us. But last but not least, I humbly thank Amma Kuppam Vijaya Kumari Hemchan, who transported us back to 1945, when her family first came into contact with Swami and allowed us to experience Bhagwan's love, which they had enjoyed. I pray that you all stay well and remain safe. Jai Sai Ram.
साई नाम बोलो गोविंद नाम बोलो 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 महादेव बोलो जय पांडुरंग 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 बोलो साई नाम बोलो गोविंद नाम बोलो साई नाम बोलो गोविंद नाम बोलो राम कृष्ण बोलो जय बुद्ध साई 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 बोलो सौराष्ट्र महावीर ये
बोलो महादेव बोलो जय पांडुरंग महादेव बोलो जय पांडुरंग साई नाम बोलो गोविंद नाम बोलो साई नाम बोलो गोविंद नाम बोलो राम कृष्ण बोलो जय बुद्ध साई बोलो राम कृष्ण बोलो जय बुद्ध साई बोलो सौराष्ट्र महावीर येशु साई बोलो सौराष्ट्र महावीर येशु साई बोलो अल्लाह साई बोलो मोला 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 साई बोलो प्रेम साई शांति धाई सत्य 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 साई बोलो गोविंद बोलो गोपाल 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 बोलो प्रेम साई शांति धाई सत्य साई बोलो
शिव 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 शिवाय नमो शिव 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 शिवाय नमो शिव 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 शिवाय नमो शिव 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 शिवाय नमो हर 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 हराय नमो हर 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 हराय नमो शिव 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 शिवाय नमो शिव 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 शिवाय नमो शिवाय नमो हराय नमो शिवाय नमो हराय नमो शिवाय नमो हराय नमो शिवाय नमो हराय नमो हर 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 हराय नमो हर शिव 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 शिवाय नमो शिव 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 शिवाय नमो हर 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 हराय नमो हर 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 हराय नमो शिव 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 शिवाय नमो शिव 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 शिवाय नमो शिवाय नमो हराय नमो शिवाय नमो हराय नमो हर 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 हराय नमो हर 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 हराय नमो शिवाय नमो हराय नमो शिवाय नमो हराय नमो हर 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 हराय नमो हर 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 हराय नमो हर 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 हराय नमो शिव 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 शिवाय
Om Jai
जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना समरक्षक भक्त जना समरक्षक प्रति महेश्वर ओम जय जगदीश हरे श्री करा साईबा प्राणपते स्वामी साईबा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपरपातवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता गुरुदेव मुनि दयुनीवे स्वामी मणि दयुनीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नागेन्द्र शयन ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप जय शिव साई महादेव सत्य साई महादेव मंगलारति अंदुकु मंगलारति अंदुकु मंगल गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण सत्य नारायण नारायण जय शांति 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 समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति शांति शांति
जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की
जय